Hey, it's Sam back here and welcome to this special bonus page for social surveys. Now, surveys have had a big impact on my business. I've used them with clients and I've also used them in my own business. I was so impressed with the software, I got together with the guys and I said, hey, I really want to make sure that my subscribers get this in their hands. How can we make this even better? Well, I was surprised at what we actually put together. We've put together probably the biggest bundle package, the biggest deal that you'll see this year. And it includes 4 high-quality white label softwares that you can get access to with white label rights. And you know the importance of white label rights, how you can make so much money selling white label rights. It's how I make a lot of money in my business, and it's how you can make money in your business as well, selling these as your own. So make sure that you go down below and check that out. Now I'm going to show you how to use social surveys, what the software does, and give you a full demonstration of what you'll get inside of social surveys. The price is going to start off at $27.95, and then within 3 hours, the price is going to shoot up at 2 p.m. EST. So make sure that if you're watching this now, if time is sensitive, jump in, have a look, and go across and watch this later. Or if you're seeing this ahead of time, that's really good. You'll be able to get yourself in a position to get the best price possible on this. So this is the software right here. You can basically create surveys for your clients, and this is sort of similar to SurveyMonkey. If you've used SurveyMonkey before, I know that I have. That's the previous system I was using. Or there's a couple of other solutions out there that aren't as big as SurveyMonkey. This does everything SurveyMonkey does, plus it does more and has more features packed into it. Here's an example of some of the pages you can create with it. Very quickly, a customer of yours can go to this survey for online marketing and can give your opinion on, or their opinion on certain topics. They can also record messages as well and leave basically messages for you to listen to about what they felt about the experience that they had, whether it was at your website or the ideas about your business or what you're doing in your email marketing. All of that can be done. Plus, you can do it for offline businesses as well. This works really well. This is a DJ survey that's been created. This works on Facebook, it works online, and it works really easily throughout any of the campaigns that you're running. You can basically go through and you'll see that when your visitor goes here, they'll be seeing this percentage bar go across. You can do this with coaching offers really easily as well. And I'll just reload. Yep, there it is. And apply for program under 5,000. This can be really valuable, and I'm going to show you or give you a couple of examples of how to use this to really make a lot of money just shortly. And restaurants as well. Restaurants obviously can benefit from this. They get a feel for what their customers' experience is, and if you're someone that goes to a lot of restaurants, you understand the importance it is for a restaurant to understand what their customers are experiencing and how they feel about the restaurant, especially when it comes to reviews and how someone's experienced a particular website or particular restaurant. So how would you use this to make money? Well, we've made this or used this in many ways in our business to make money. I've used this with clients. I've actually sold surveys to clients, and I've created surveys for clients and charged them for that. In my own business, I've used surveys as market research tools. I've also used them as coaching offers. Now, one of the best ways you can start making money off Facebook ads, for example, is actually leading someone through to an opt-in, capturing their email, which you can do in this survey product, then actually taking them through to a survey and asking them some questions. One of the most important questions that you can ask in that survey is, first of all, how much money they're making, what they're looking for, what kind of help they need, and then from there you can actually capture their phone number at the end of the survey, and that can allow you to give them a call and then close them into a package that suits their needs the best. It's an effective strategy for you if you're a coach, if you're someone that's looking to sell your services. Position yourself as an expert. Ask those questions so the customer understands, or the subscriber understands, or the visitor understands that you have their needs at heart. And it's what many of the speakers actually do around at speaking events. They actually take surveys. You might have actually taken a survey yourself at one of the events that you've been to about online marketing or another topic where they've actually asked you these similar questions. Offline marketing is very easy to come up with different reasons for using surveys in offline marketing. If you see that there are some improvements that are needed, but you're not sure why customers aren't coming back to the offline business, or their offline businesses say that they lack customers, and you can see a lot of customers that are coming through the door and not returning, these surveys can be really important for that reason. You've probably seen offline businesses actually using these surveys. Also, for online marketing being one of the more important ways that you can use this, you've probably taken a few surveys yourself where you've taken a survey and then been offered an incentive at the end of the survey. This is also available within this social survey software. You can fill out a survey for example, have a visitor fill out a survey, and then at the end of that process you can actually say, hey, would you like a 10% off coupon? Would you like to download our special booklet? Or thank you for filling out this survey. As promised, here is your special report on how to make more money. There are many different uses for this and many ways that you can utilize surveys to generate more leads, generate more results, and actually understand what your customers need and what they want, and also offer them incentives for actually filling out the survey. This software is really flexible and it gives you the opportunities to have different outcomes and different answers. First, let's go ahead and create a survey so I can show you this in action. Now, when we go to create a survey, we need to define, obviously, what survey we want to run. I'm going to do, for this example, an industry that we're all familiar with, which is online marketing. The reason that I'm doing that is so you can understand the different uses for this. But as you go through this, or if you go through the social surveys training, you'll actually see that there are many different applications where you can use this survey software. I should also mention that the first step when you get into the software should be to do the API integrations. It's going to give you the ability to add your email, so you can capture email, you can capture phone numbers, you can capture a whole lot of data, and you need to make sure that you integrate with your autoresponders, whether it's Aweber, GetResponse, or other solutions out there. Just to show you so you know what's supported inside of here, here's a quick look at the API integrations. You can basically integrate Aweber, ActiveCampaign, GetResponse, GoToWebinar, MailChimp, SendReach, and Fusionsoft. So as you can see here, there is a lot of flexibility. There are a lot of autoresponders that are accepted, and if you use any of these, then you'll be fine. If you don't use one of these, I would recommend using one of these basically if you want to capture leads. It does allow you to capture leads without having this integrated, but you're going to be better off if you have one of these solutions, and I'm sure you do probably have one of them. So, online marketing survey. I've done a few of these. You may have actually gone through one as being a part of my subscriber list. I do them usually because I'm not sure about why something is happening, or maybe I've launched a product. Say the last survey I did, I launched a product and it didn't quite hit the mark. This was about a few months ago now. It didn't do as well as I thought it would do. So I sent out a survey and I asked, what did you want more on from there? And what I discovered is that the software itself was good. Those customers that had bought it were very happy with it. It was just that my video didn't communicate what the software did effectively and well. And there was questions in people's mind as to why they would need the software. I was able to redo it, relaunch it, and it worked really well. So let's take one of these examples here. We'll have a look at some previews, so you can actually preview what the software will look like. This one looks quite good for online marketing, just so you can see the other surveys available. There are a lot of selections. Now, some of these templates, I'm assuming, and I think this is the case, are part of the OTO1. Now, if you go down this page, you can actually see an OTO1 preview, which will show you what's inside of that OTO1. So I'd recommend checking that out if you are really interested in this. Make sure that you get all the information, so go down and check out that OTO1 page. It's $67, and it has some additional features as well as that. And I believe I have an OTO1 account that I'm showing you. So once you're ready to select one, click plus, and then it's going to load up your survey. So it's basically a 4-step process from here. You've chosen your survey. Now it's time to set your questions. All right. This question system here is really quite easy. And you can see here there's a lot of flexibility. Any type of surveys that you want to do, any type of content you want to add to your survey, you're capable of doing that. You can even add star ratings, which I really like and I think is a great idea. And for an offline business, this is priceless, because they want to know before a client of theirs goes off and rates a website like Yelp about their software or something like that. They want to know first before that happens. All right, and this will give them the opportunity to receive a star rating. You can choose how many stars you want people to be able to rate. You can also adjust the images, have a video in there, and customize this particular step of your survey. Now, there's no limits in terms of how many steps a survey can have, but obviously keep them short, because the longer a survey is, the less people will actually finish the survey, unless you've got a really big incentive for them to actually finish the survey off, if that makes sense. So we've added step number 1 of our survey. Now, one of the things that I want to do is I actually want to make sure that I'm going to have some sort of way of welcoming my users, and I also want the ability to add an opt-in there. So I might have email, which is actually integrated into one of my survey questions, and that might be the second component of my survey. It might be that I ask someone for a rating, and then I ask for their email address. Now, often the email address should be the first thing that someone gives, or it should be the last. So in this case, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to type this in because you understand that you can add different content in here and customize it as you want. You can add images and videos, and I might even add an image or a video depending on what I'm offering. If I'm doing this for an offline client, I'm offering coupons. If I'm doing this for my own business, then online marketing, I'm offering either a coupon for a software, or what I'm also doing is I'm offering a download of some free information of some sort. You can do that through this system, basically. So I've added my email in. I'm going to add a couple more steps now, and I'm going to make sure my email, that when I actually ask for the email, it's the final step. Okay, so I've done that. Number 2, I want to ask a yes/no question. So I'm going to put that in here, and I need to move some of these around. So I'm going to move this yes/no question up in just a second. Do you like us? Or I should probably say, did you like the software? All right, so if someone's just bought some software, well, did you like the software? Yes, no answer. All right, you can do that. And if we wanted to extend on our survey some more, we can also do that. Okay, so I'm back at my website here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add some more details. I might want a multiple choice question. That's probably a really good question to add in here. So let's add a multiple choice question. I'll drag that into my my page right here. Given these options, what are your favorites? Can you choose more than one? You might, it might be, who is your favorite, or what are you interested in? And it could be, email marketing, lead generation. We would fill out this sort of information if we were doing it. It might be lead generation for an online marketing audience. It could be offline marketing, and a whole lot of other options. We can also add again all those different details. We can even add text to speech, so you can get people to respond with a recording. And we'll just click this save button right here. All right, cool. So we've done our steps. Now I'm going to move the email step back to the end of our survey to make sure that our survey basically is filled out as it needs to be. And that's again really easily. It's just drag and drop. Okay, really simple, really easy to use. Now, if you wanted a thank you page, I would recommend putting a thank you page in, whether it's a comment of thank you for taking the survey, or whether it's an email. I might put the email in this thank you page. I won't do it for this example, but when you do your survey, make sure that you add some content in there. It could be an image just saying thanks, could be a coupon, anything like that. All right, now let's click next and go to the 3rd step. This is where we can create logic. Now, what logic means is basically, depending on the answer that someone gives, we are going to give a different question based on that. This works really well if you've set a number of questions, and it's not always necessary on every single survey you do. So here's one of my questions that I asked in my set questions. Did you like the software? All right. Now, if someone gives the following answer, yes, or then I can select which page they jump to. Now, if I set it as equal or not to, then I could do that as well. Now, what's happening here is basically I haven't added more questions. All right, so I might want to add some more questions if I wanted to say, use one of these. So I've only provided one question, so it's not going to jump to any additional questions. So in order to do this logic, you do need some planning. So I would be able to say if someone says yes, then it jumps to this page. If someone says no, then it jumps to this page, and asks them a different question based on that response. So let's click next. After we've done that, we save our logic. Obviously there's no page to select because I need to add one in the set questions, but I'm not going to add any logic for this example. Then we click next, and we're on to the final page. Now these are our settings. We can add timers, we can add schedules, we can add geo-based surveys depending on where someone lives. You can customize so many different features in this, and it's one of the really, I guess, advantages of using this system over a system such as SurveyMonkey, other than the price, because of all these available options. You can give someone 5 minutes to set up or finish a survey, and you could have it within 24 hours that this happens. I would usually set this up to add scarcity if I was offering something of value at the end of my survey, if that makes sense, because I want to make sure that my users are basically going ahead and finding this useful. Basically, I want to make sure that my users are finding this useful, and in order to do that, I want to offer some sort of incentive at the end of it and give the person that's filling out the survey more reason to complete the survey, because occasionally on surveys, I do this, you've probably done this as well, you leave the survey before you finish. You might be on 75% of the survey, you leave it because you get distracted. Whereas if there's a real timer incentive to get it done, then it prevents that from happening. Cool, so we'll click save. We've set our timer. That's great, fantastic. Now we're going to go ahead and we can either preview our survey or we can go ahead and publish it. Now in this case, I'm going to publish my survey. I've opened it up in a new tab here to preview it, and you can actually see the survey that I created right here. So when someone goes and enters the survey, it has all my different questions here. I've just put a one-page survey for this example. You can create multiple pages, all right? You can, through adding different features. I just created a one-page survey for my audience today, and that's available, done. Timer is up here, and as I fill out the survey, then the questions, or the percentage, is going to go and increase. Cool. So that's our link. We've generated our link, our survey link. This can now be added to Facebook. It can be added to our website. It can be shared. It can be launched as a pop-up over our website with using this code, just adding it to our website. It can be added to WordPress, and it can be added to a web page. We can also do a paper survey, which is basically it prints out the survey to give out, say, at an event, or if we were doing this in a client's place of work, we would print out the survey like this, and we would actually give it to people that came through the door, as well as have an online survey. So as you can see, so much flexibility. I can't think of any features that aren't in here that I would want, because everything is really packed into it. So I encourage you to go down below for just $27 to start off with, increasing from there. This is the type of software you'd pay $97 for, if not more, to get access to. So hugely valuable piece of software, a crazy amount of great bonuses. I highly recommend jumping in, getting on board with this. This is probably one of the best deals that I've seen all year, and one of the better softwares that has come out. So I'm excited about it. I hope you like this format that I've created in this video. I'm going to conduct my own survey and say, email me, give me your thoughts on this package today, social surveys, sam@sambacker.com. Feel free to email me and let me know whether you enjoyed this video as well, because for me, it's great to get this feedback. I wanted to make sure this was a detailed video today, and I've really gone through every single step of everything, so you know that you're seeing everything of the software and you're able to make the right decision that's best for you. Alright, well, thank you once again for coming to this bonus page. I look forward to hearing of your success with social surveys. See you later.